All right, so the stimulus says it is not good for a university to have class sizes that are very large or very small, or to have professors with teaching loads that are very light or very heavy. After all, crowded classes and overworked faculty cripple the institution's ability to recruit and retain both qualified students and faculty. So Tusa, what is our conclusion here?
I said it is not good for a university to have class sizes that are very large or very small.
Excellent.
Or to have, yeah, that next part too.
And so this question is going to be a strengthen question because it says, which of the following, if added as a premise, most helps to justify the conclusion? So we want to bring in something that is going to help strengthen this argument. So go ahead and think about what premise could we add in or what fact could we add in that would strengthen it and put it in the chat. So did anybody find what they thought was a flaw in this argument? Or like why this support didn't guarantee this conclusion? What does our premise really support? What part of our conclusion?
The size.
What size though?
Moderate.
Workload.
What
The workload.
what class size does our support? So like why? I felt like our support was
A smaller. Oh,
I felt like our support very much supported the idea that we should not have very large classes.
small.
I don't think we did anything though to show why we shouldn't have very small classes.
No.
And so when I wanted to predict something to bring in, I wanted to show something of like why we shouldn't have a very small class either. Which was my prediction. And so what could we say to do that, Nikki?
You said what?
Like what would support the idea that we should not have very small class sizes?
I don't know. Let me think.
All right.
I don't know. In very small classes, and this, listen, you said all premises are right?
Yeah, just make any, yeah.
In very small classes, students get easily distracted and professors don't have the incentive to teach.
Yeah, that would work. Absolutely. It's probably not true in real life, but yeah, that would work. Mine was like in very small classes, students don't get to hear enough people's different ideas. Or
Diversity.
There we go.
there we go. Excellent. All right. So we have our predictions. So now go ahead and read through these and put your answer in the chat. All right, so we're trying to strengthen this idea that we should not have large or small class sizes. So let's go through our wrong answers first. Why is E incorrect? E is an egg. I believe this one went to Atusa. Why is E wrong?
It's saying that it has no more office hours than students with normal teaching loads, so that doesn't really do anything to strengthen or weaken.
Like, okay, just because they have a light load, they don't have, like, should they have more office hours? We don't know. Like, that's not going to say why we shouldn't have small classes. Excellent. Why is D wrong, Gina?
D was wrong. For the like a similar thing, as E, that if it's no coming worse than the best university, like there's no difference in between them, so it doesn't necessarily strengthen or
they are common at the worst and best, so it doesn't really give us a reason to say why we shouldn't have small class sizes. It's like it's almost like it's irrelevant.
exactly.
All right, why is B wrong? I believe this one went to Shelby.
Well, I thought it was wrong because it says that they tend to have lots of classroom discussion. So that to me would mean like a good thing, not a bad thing.
Does that have a low number of students? So that was a small, like very, and it says very low. I would say very low is good to have a lot of classroom discussion. For those that pick B. And then what about A? I think I gave this one to Allison and she stepped away for a minute.
Yeah,
Actually,
sorry, my computer died. Sorry about that.
okay, Atusa, I think, Atusa, can you share why A is wrong?
Yeah, so professors who have a very light teaching load tend to focus their remaining time on research. I thought it had to do more with like class size rather than teaching load.
Yeah,
So I crossed
and
it.
like, is we're focusing the remaining time on research a bad thing or a good? We have no idea if that's good or bad. I would think it's fine, but it doesn't really do anything for me. So then whenever we say C, very small class sizes are very light teaching loads indicate incompetence in the classroom instruction. Why is this the correct answer? Nikki?
It addresses both. It addresses, yeah.
Tells us why small class sizes and light teaching loads is bad. It gives us a specific example of why we don't like it. So it doesn't completely destroy our argument, but it definitely weakens it, or it definitely strengthens it. I'm sorry. It doesn't completely like make our conclusion 100% valid, but it at least strengthens the idea that it's bad to have small class sizes. Excellent.